Hey, what's up, guys? This is Ivan Ramy from Bot and Cop Bot Support. I'm back again with another video. This time we're going to go over my setup for consoles on Target. Um, so real quick, I'm going to mention our cook group again. We have all these written guides here for our members. These are constantly updated with anything that's new, which is important with Stellar because these setups change almost daily, weekly. There's something new to be added. But as of right now, this is the setup that I've been using that's been working and cooking for other people. And we have it here in our Target Stellar Guide in this written guides section. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and jump into this setup. Let's make a new task group. So I got us a Target YouTube guide. That's what I named it. So let's go ahead and make our monitors, and I'll increase this. But first, I'm gonna need a SKU. So these SKUs you can get from the site, or you can look them up in your cook group. So we have a console SKUs. Let me bring that up for you. So we're looking at Target right here. Gonna copy that. Let's go ahead and extend this. Cool. So now I can go back to making that monitor task. So a monitor task, the reason why I use a monitor is because it's going to be the eyes of your checkout. So it's separate from the checkout, but it's just constantly looking for if the PlayStation or Xbox is in stock. It's going to give you that notification to your other task and make them go off. And with my setup, I actually run 24/7. The reason is because consoles, they drop randomly depending on your location. So in my area, it's really random. It could be like 10 in the morning or 4 p.m. It really depends on your location. So I go ahead and just leave this on 24/7. I'm gonna go ahead and click a profile. What I recommend is for you to actually use a red card. And in our last video, we actually went over how to add a target section to a target session to your Stellar. So that video, I'll link that. It was the first video I actually made for Stellar. Hopefully you guys watched that. If not, I'll make sure to link that. But this being said, I have this profile called Target Red. It's using a red card. The reason why I recommend red cards is because in general they just reduce cancellations, and you also will need them to run some sports cards, so it's really important to do that. So I got that SKU, and I believe this is a PS5 disc. So in the delay, I actually start pretty high. If you have a lot of proxies, you can increase this or decrease this depending on how good they are and how often you want them to check if it's in stock. Make sure you pick pickup 2. This is the mode that's been working the best for everyone. It changes, like I said, but as of right now, pickup 2 is the best. This reset delay, you can put it to 5,000 or 10,000. I'll leave it at 5,000. Basically, all this will do is when something's in stock and it sees that, it's gonna give it 5 more seconds until it'll keep picking up if it's in stock again. So 5,000 is a good number. You can also put 10,000. It's up to you. But in this setup, I'm gonna put 5,000. So there we go. So that's our first monitor for that. I actually run 4 monitors, and this is why. So with Target, you don't want your monitors to be stuck. So by having more than one, you're having that backup set of eyes on that SKU, and I actually stagger them. That way they have different times when they're watching over that. So this one will be 6, 7, and then we'll go with 8. These are some safe numbers you can use to monitor that SKU. So right away, we got those monitors made, and you'll see this out of stock. That's a good sign. Sometimes you'll see a different message depending if Target has loaded the SKU or not. Sometimes they pull the PS5, so you won't see this. But if you see this out of stock, That's a good sign. I'll go ahead and stop them. Now it's time to make that checkout. So the task that's been working the best has been Hype 2. Go ahead and click my proxies. Something to note about proxies is ISPs have been working the best with Target. You can use Resis, but you'll burn some data. So in general, I just recommend ISPs. So for fulfillment consoles on Target, you can only get them by pickup. So go ahead and pick pickup, and then I'm gonna paste that same SKU in there. Delay. This, as I said before, if you have a lot of proxies, you can lower this. Especially if they're really good. I'll play it safe and put like 3,500. That's a pretty solid number. And always make sure you put something in here. Quantity. How much do you want? You can only get one at a time, especially on one account. So just put one to be safe. And then this monitor type, you don't actually have to fill it out since we already have a monitor. And then I just won't fill it out since can confuse people. But if you want to be safe, you can just fill it out with what we did there. Again, why you don't want this to be your actual monitor is because you're wasting you're associating that account with that monitor, and it's just best to have separate monitors so you can save some proxies. So we made this YouTube tutorial session already, so I'm gonna click that. Checkout delay, I don't put anything in here, but you can go ahead and put like 1,000. I wouldn't recommend anything more. I have not seen anything helpful with that. With that being said, with the override, make sure you click this if you're running the red card, which you should be if you can. What it uses is the payment that's linked to your session. So if we went back to sessions, you would see what profile was associated with that. And then also make sure you have watch task. That way it's going to use these monitors. So I'm going to create that. And everything looks good. So now if I start all these, it should say waiting for monitor ping. Awesome, that's great. So then you would just rinse and repeat this for each account you have. You don't have to increase more monitors. It's a solid number of 4 is good for each SKU. But if you had if you're watching over the disc version and the digital version, I would recommend you to add 4 more for each of those SKUs. And yeah, hopefully this video helped you guys get set up for Target. I'll probably make a separate video for the sports cards because their modes are different as well. So I'm going to make sure to have that for you guys. So make sure you subscribe and leave a comment on what you want to see next. And also leave me a like so I can see that these videos have been helping. If you have any questions, make sure you leave that question in the comment section. I'll get to it. Thanks.